it's Charlotte and we're going to be doing the Winter Ice Princess cage tour. So I'm really excited to show you this. It's definitely been in the works for a good few months now and I'm finally happy with everything we've got, and also it's just in time for Christmas, so I want to get it all done. And it's so lovely now to have another cage theme for Christmas, so I can alternate between last year's and this year's, so it's even more festive all the time. So I will link the last year's cage theme down below, and I probably will at the end of this video too. It was a gingerbread cage theme, but this time I thought I would go for something a little bit different. So you may notice that the cage has been recently painted. I decided to do that for just a number of reasons really. One was that I much prefer it all just being white and nice and clean, and it kind of just blends in a lot easier. Also, the other reason was that a lot of cage themes, I noticed that what I was doing, they all kind of looked the same because of the background and because the fleece wasn't standing out. So I much preferred just having it all white, and I'm really happy that I went with that decision. So the whole cage is now painted white, and this was in a Pet Safe paint Cuprinol. So regardless of me painting it and everything, I think I ought to get on with the actual cage tours. And as you can see, the piggies are in here, so I've kind of left them in here because it's just so much easier than having to get them out. And I will have some nice footage hopefully at the end for you to watch. So on the outside of the cage we have these really pretty little snowflake decals, and they are along the front of the cage in various positions, but normally at the corners of each there's definitely normally at the corners of each like panel, just so that I can still see them quite nicely. So there's Finley, it's rumbling. But yeah, so I put them at the corners so that I can kind of like see them nicely, but they'll still look really pretty, and they are actually sparkly. And they actually glow in the dark, which I was quite surprised about. I didn't mention that when I bought them, but one night when I came in and I turned off the lights, I noticed that all the snowflakes were glowing, and I was like, what the hell is going on? But anyway, it was fine. It was actually quite nice. It does wear out pretty quickly though. So as normal, I will begin with the left side, which is the 3 girls cage, and this is in total a 2x6.5 size. So it's quite a nice size for the 3 of them. Just give you a quick overview first. Okay, so that's the overview, and I'll begin just in this left hand corner. So on this wall we've got 2 Living World water bottles, and each have a bottle pad that I made absolutely ages ago. And then in the middle we just have some like hooks, and I put this flower on there. I don't think it's going to be staying there forever, but it's just temporary at the moment. Then I've got a flower food dish from Pets Play. Unfortunately Pets Play is no longer, so you can't go and purchase this, which is really unfortunate, and that is the same from the same place as this flower too, so I do apologise about that. And this 2x2 liner is from Cozy and Clean on Etsy. And then we have a little handmade snowflake pad in the back there, which is made by myself, and it's called a piggy pillow. Then we just have a ramp which leads up to the 2nd level, which I'll show you after. On the wall there we have a little wreath, which is just a willow wreath from Pets at Home that I got last Christmas, and beside it is a Santa Paws bauble, which I will show you in more detail. So this is the Santa Paws bauble, and these were custom made by Oh My Guinea, I think that's what her username is on Instagram. I will link her thing down below, but I mean, I'm sure you could probably pre-order some or buy some for next Christmas, but I don't think they would arrive before Christmas by the time you watch this. But they were about £3, and I thought they were really cute, and I got one for each side of the cage. In the front here we have a double rosewood food dish, and both of these bowls are empty because they've already had their pellets, so I've just cleaned them out for this. And yeah, so that's that. Then the next section, you can see that there is a big liner on the bottom, and that's a stripy one. These are all reversible, and I get them from Cozy Beds and Burrows. I find them really, really good quality and nice and absorbent, and also really nice and squishy, so they're really comfortable for their feet. And I'll show you the hay feeder bit first, I suppose. We've got a microfiber mat on the bottom there, which is just like a bath mat, and I got that one from Primark actually, and it's like in a really nice dusky rose, and it's super soft, and it's got quite a short pile on that one. So having it under the hay box is a really good idea, because it means that I can change it out more often, and it's going to be nice and comfy for them, but also nice and absorbent. The next thing is the hay box, and that is from the Happy Rabbit company, I believe. I did do a video on this, and I will link it again down below, and I painted it myself. It was just like basic MDF before. So in the far corner there where Arabella is, we've got a little snowman trio of logs, and I did feature these in a Pets at Home Christmas haul, so I will link that as well. But those are super duper cute, and as you can see, Arabella is very interested in them. And then behind there we have our 2 cuddle cups that I personally handmade. So these are in a print that I found online, and I really fell in love with it. And it's got like little woodland animals and polar bears and any kind of like Christmassy Arctic animal, along with like ice princesses. So I thought it was super adorable, and I paired that with a really pink, like a faint pink snowflake print, which I thought was really cute. Just along from the cuddle cups over there in the back, we have the matching tunnel, and this tunnel is a little bit different. I've never actually made one in this particular style. I've made foam ones before. This is just all wadding, and Clara is hopefully going to demonstrate. There we go. So it's in a kind of like triangle tent shape, because I found it actually worked the best and it held its shape really nicely. So I'm really happy with that, and I did it in multiple panels with the fabric that I bought, because I wanted to show off different fabrics, and I thought it was really cute. So I made those tunnels. I made a matching one and the cuddle cups for the other side. Then we have a Playtime Little Critter Creations Christmas sleigh. This is from last year, and as you can see by this side, it's been well loved. Everything from it has been eaten, so I've replaced some bits with a little stick and a snowman toy that we got from Pets Play last year too. So those fit in really perfectly with this theme, and just because they've been chewed, it doesn't matter to me. It's as long as I can enjoy it. Just beside that sleigh we also have a rattan ball, and this is from Chinchilla's 2 Shop, and they do really enjoy these. Hanging on the loft section, which I will just show you shortly, is a little rosewood snowman toy, and I think this is adorable, and I think it fit the theme very perfectly. Behind that is a flower chew from Pets Play again, and a little hanging berry niblot toy, I think it's called, and I got that from the range. Going back over to the ramp, you can see that it's covered in some fluffy socks, and that just keeps it nice and grippy for them, and I just wash those when needed. They probably do need a wash quite shortly. And then we go up to the loft section, which you can see 2 of them are up there. So this is just a custom loft, and I made the liner myself, so again it's just all been made by me. Just beside the house, which I'll go into more detail shortly, is a little hanging kebab, and I've added all these cat jingle toys on them. Then there's a Playtime Little Creations bunny like roll along, I think it's called. Then there are some little pine cones which are dusted with parsley and coconut, and these are again from the Rosewood range. I did feature these along with the snowman and this house in our latest Waitrose Pets haul, so do go and check that out. Again, it will be linked below. Then lastly, on the right here, we have a little like kind of cozy area, cozy nook. So I've got this fabric of the snowflake that I had spare just draped over it, and I've hooked it with these toys. And then under there is a nice little cuddle cup with a pink lining, and it's super duper soft and cute, and again that was personally made by me. I did make a few to sell, and they all sold really quickly, so I'd love if you do watch this video, I would love to see your piggies enjoying it, because I absolutely love this cuddle cup in particular. I had to keep one of each. Then in the back there, where you can see Daphne, and you can probably hear Arabella as well in the background, she is around the back of it, there is a hay house, and this is I think it's called the Wintry House, and it's by the brand Rosewood, and again I got this from Waitrose, and it's really, really adorable. They absolutely have gone mad for it. I think it's going to be destroyed in like a matter of days at most. So they are absolutely loving it, as you can hear, and it's causing an issue for me filming, but hey ho, they're enjoying it. But yeah, I think that's it. Although I don't know if I mentioned this Pets at Home garland, which is from Pets at Home, funnily enough, and that was again in our Pets at Home haul. Moving along to the middle of the cage, we have this Twilight Chinchilla's name garland. Once again, I think I say in every single cage tour recently, I do want to put Finley and Tabitha's name on the ends, but I just haven't got around to it because of family, personal issues, so we haven't had that much time or motivation to do it really. That's more to it really. So that is from Twilight Chinchillas, and I absolutely adore it and definitely need to add on to it. Over this divide, I've actually got a bit of spare fleece, and I've kind of clipped it on this side and put it over. The girls absolutely do not care about being beside Finley, but Finley is increasingly getting more and more stressed with it. So I would, if you've got any suggestions or anything, I would be really open to them. So on this divide, I've got a Living World water bottle, and that is there where Tabitha is sitting. And there's a bottle pad beneath her, which is again handmade by me. There is also a handmade hanging toy, which I made in a DIY video, so I will link that down below as well. And we've got a gnawing stick here. Again, this was mainly bought for Finley so that he wasn't chew barring, because at one point, even if the cover was there, he was just chewing the bars and it was becoming a bit of a nightmare. So then we've also got one of those Pets Play bowls. This side is really going to be very, very similar to the other, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I will show you obviously some of the different bits. So in the middle here, which is not meant to be in the middle, this is meant to be just over here, is our Pets Play flower roller. And again, sorry, you can't get it, unfortunately her shop is closed down. Beneath that we have a 1x2 liner, which is the reverse of our Woodlands animal print, which is a really, really cute little print, and that is from the Piggy Lounge. Then on the back there we've got some of those berry niblots again in a like a reddy pinky type, that one. And then we've got another Pets Play flower chew. We've got our Oh My Guinea Santa Paws little hanging decoration there too. And just in front of that we also have our snowman hanging toy. The main liner here is again from Cozy Beds and Burrows, and she did in a slightly different formation because I ordered them at different times. So this is like a quilted diamond one, and I think it's really, really pretty. And just on top of the liner, sorry if my camera's a bit shaky, we've got this adorable food dish, and I saw this on the Pigs Instagram, so Laura's Instagram, and I had to go and find it, and I automatically assumed it was Mason Cash because Mason Cash make the best and the cutest food bowls for animals, so, and also for human like kitchenware. So I had to go and have a look, and I found it, and I knew it needed one, so I ended up getting one because we had been using one of my mum's cat's dishes for this side, because I like to have a bowl for each pig just to prevent arguments and everything. And so I decided to get one, and I am really, really happy. I'm going to show you more details so you can see up close. There you can see it in more detail, and this is where I put their pellets, but as I've said before, their pellets they have already eaten. So this is absolutely adorable. There's a guinea pig there who reminds me so much of Daphne, and it just says nibble. It has carrots, other guinea pigs, little hamster I think, or a mouse, and bunnies and yum yum, and it's just really, really adorable, and I absolutely love it. So I always show the piggy side because that's the cutest in my opinion. Just along from that food dish we have the same kind of area as we do on the girls side. So this is a tunnel, and we've got the Pets at Home Santa trio here instead. Then we've got a little basket of kind of bits and bobs that we had from last year too. So this has got a stick, it's got a Christmas pudding that we got from Lubu Shedsu, part of a Playtime Little Critter Creations toy, and Tabitha's coming over to investigate. What do you think? Another Luby shed, so I think that's a Christmas roll or a log roll. And what was a snowman, which had a button on his nose but has been since taken off. And that's just in a little basket that we got a flower basket hanging toy. Just beside that basket we also have a dumbbell roller, which is again from Pets Play, unfortunately. It's a really lovely design, and yeah, they really do enjoy that. Once again, on the loft level we have the Pets at Home garland hanging, and then in the back there we have the 2 cuddle cups, and just in front here we have a blue microfiber mat, which is like a mini size, and they really love going to the toilet on it, as you can see, and also lounging on it, which seems like it wouldn't go hand in hand, but with guinea pigs it seems to, so there you go. Then going up the ramp we have again custom pads made by myself, and we have the same little house there with a pad underneath it, because I just know that they're going to be in it more and I'm going to have to change those out. So as you can see, they've been enjoying theirs, and a lot of the hay has got everywhere so that's fun for me to clean up. Then just in the back there's a little Christmas tree toy, and I think this is really adorable. I got this last year and it's lasted really well, and yeah. Then we've got the same pine cones with the coconut and parsley on them, which was from Rosewood, but technically Waitrose I got them from. And then we have the same kind of snuggle area that we do on the reverse, which you can see just over there. We have a little snowflake bed with the blue, baby blue in it, and then the snowflake fabric draped with the hanging toys on top. So I think I've mentioned everything. Normally I miss something, but I think I've got everything down. I think I've told you about everything. Is he gonna lie there? What are you gonna do? Are you laying there? Are you laying there? Are you? Oh, Tabitha's lying beside you. They're very close, these two, and it's lovely to see. I forgot to mention that Finley and Tabitha's side is a 2x4.5 CNC size, so it's a nice size for 2 pigs. The minimum is a 2x3. But I'll just give you an overview really of both cages. So that is their winter, Christmassy kind of theme. And that's that. Arabella is behind the house, chewing, if you can just see her. Clara's lying there. And Daphne's having a drink and having a run. Well, thank you so much everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this and it gave you some inspiration and it made you feel nice and festive. So thank you again, and I shall speak to you in my next one. Bye everyone.